Grand Rising. This is your brother Chief Line Igara Elohim. To my people I love so much, I love dearly. I'll continue to serve and do what my ancestors sent me here to do, like nobody else's business. You see, a lot of people are starting to now realize what I was telling them all along was the truth. That this ain't got nothing to do with illegal aliens. Birthright citizenship wasn't about us. The civil rights movement wasn't about us. We are not descendants of slaves. And even with the new attempt to recognize, the original indigenous people, still reclassified and misnomered black and descendants of slaves as the Creek Nation and the Cherokee Nation, accepting our people as part of their tribes, right? And but they have sold out themselves by still agreeing and accepting the fact to according to the corporation, right? It's a fact according to the corporation that they are descendants of slaves who came from Africa, and that the Native Americans were the ones who enslaved them. Native Americans never enslaved us. They don't have that power. Not even the pale man had the power to enslave us, much less for the Native Americans. Okay, we have never been slaves of Native Americans. You feel me? But anyway, that's a whole different story. Like I've already covered that, right? What I'm talking about in this video is to once again solidify what I was talking about, the whole immigration thing and the whole illegal alien thing. And yeah, and the reason why I was like, well, why aren't we standing up for the Haitians? You feel me? I know a lot of people kept silent on that, but it's okay. I'm gonna continue to speak up because Haitians cannot be illegal in their ancestral land. I'll keep repeating that. The United States is not America. And a lot of our people are going to learn that the hard way. This is not about individualism or tribalism. This is about the collective. The days for individualism and tribalism is over. It's over. That does not mean you're not supposed to know what tribe you came from. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the days for individuality and tribalism is over. It's about the collective, because it takes the collective to bring us back where we need to be. And there's riots and protests going on all over the world, all over the United States, and it's not being covered. Why do you think so? Because they want to keep the ignorant ignorant. You feel me? But don't worry about it. The world will come together as one, because the universe is coming back together as one conscious mindset. And for those of you who are going to miss that, you're going to miss that ride. Trust me. Bye. You feel me? Bye. That's all I'm going to say. But let us get into this. What's happening, the true reason why all of this is going on. And it's not about aliens. That was just the premise to set you up for the fall, because you always fall for the trap. A lot of our people don't realize that we are POWs. We're still at war. It's a silent war. You feel me? So they came into our communities, separate our people, the mothers, the men versus the women versus the men, the children against their parents, the men versus the men, the women versus the men, the women, it's called divide and conquer. It wasn't just in the United States. It's all over the Americas. You got to travel and get away from that small box that you're in, fighting for blacks and streets and hoods. The entire Americas belong to us. Travel and see that other indigenous original people that look like us in different parts of the Americas, who actually know they're indigenous, they are going through the same thing. It is just not publicized. So the system started taking the men away from the homes. All right. And they had to put our sisters in a position. We're going to take your men away. All right. But we are going to make sure that you are okay. So we are going to give you the best jobs. We're going to take care of you. You feel me? And then all of a sudden the movement started. Well, we are better than our man. We don't need men. I don't need a man. Well, guess what? The system is showing you that there's always a karma to every action that you take, whether it's a good karma or a bad karma. It's always comes. So now a lot of our sisters are facing the repercussions of sleeping in bed with the enemy. No, I'm not here to down you. No, that's not what this is about. I'm just showing you that it is all part of a game. I'm not mad at you because you had to do what you had to do. Both our men and women fell victim to the system. It's systematic. So I'm not here to criticize you. I feel your pain. And I will never put you down for your past actions because I know the art of war. I'm here to uplift you. I'm here to edify you. I'm here to bring you back home. But you have to go through losing everything before you gain back everything. It is part of the journey. It's called the crucifixion. And every individual must go through that crucifixion. I have gone through it many times, even with my own people. Even up to this present day, I'm dealing with it. One fool came on my post on YouTube and said, "You don't sound like us. You're not an American." I hear that accent. And then he has FBA in his name. Well, guess what? You're absolutely correct. I'm not you. I'm not one of you. I will never be one of you because I'm not FBA. I'm not black because all FBAs are from Africa. It says that on your website. Your creator, your founder said it. That's the foundation of your whole organization. We're descendants of slaves from Africa that came here in 1619, 1609, even took it further back and say you came in 1524. Key words, y'all came. My people never came. The United States is not America. You feel me? So when you're talking, watch what you're talking about and watch your mouth. Because I keep telling y'all come up against the wrong one. The ancestors are going to deal with you. I've seen it happen over and over again. You dig? Over and over again. So keep coming at me. I'm going to continue to do exactly what I was sent for, to restore my people. So this is what's truly happening. And before, I got to say this again because I've said it before. It doesn't matter how long. If you took a lion from Africa 1,000 years, 2,000 years ago and brought it into the Americas, particularly the United States, which is a country supposedly I'm not talking about United States, a corporation. I'm talking about the organic landmass. Okay, it's a location in the Americas. It doesn't matter how long that lion was brought into the United States. Okay, it could be 2,000 years ago. Guess what? It's always going to be an African lion born in the Americas. So they are the true African Americans. So all you FBAs, you are actually African American. And by the way, that's trademarked. Okay? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the trademark because you got to protect your brand. I get it. But you are African. All right? So watch how you come when you come at me. So let me proceed and tell my people, the original indigenous people of this land, American Indians, what's truly going on. All right. So H-1B visas are wreaking havoc on American workers. Now, when we're talking about American workers, of course, it excludes our people because they don't think we're American in this system. All right. That's why they call us black, African American, all these different names, colored, and all these different misnomers. So they are particularly talking about so-called white. They're not white either. All right. But pale-skinned Europeans. All right. When they were enjoying the fruits and labor, the abundance of our land, they wasn't complaining, but now they are feeling it. Because you see, the masters don't care where you come from. The masters don't care about your complexion. Slavery never had anything to do with the color of skin. Slavery was always about status. It was always about status, or it was either political or religious. That's what slavery was always built on. It only changed the narrative when it came into the United States, and it became something of the complexion of your skin, which was a distraction because everybody is enslaved to the system. So those visas, let me tell you exactly what's happening with this illegal immigrant thing. It has nothing to do with that. So the government played a game on our people, all right, making it seem like they are getting rid of illegal aliens, making you think it's about you. Even Trump passing laws talking about you are the descendants of slaves, which you are not, but you thought it was about you. You thought the birthright citizenship was about you because they had to feed into your emotions. They have to get our people to co-sign everything and make it law before they bring it into their legal system, because we are the only lawful people on the land. We are the only ones that could make law. But yet still, our people are being governed from a legal system and not a lawful system. I've already spoken about that, but let's dive into this. Tech companies are laying off American workers while filing thousands of H-1B visa applications for foreign workers. Well, if you're getting rid of illegal aliens, why do you have millions of foreigners coming into our land and granting them visas? Why is that? Because y'all don't realize, like I said, this is a silent war. The goal has always been to replace our people. All right? Amazon, Nvidia, and Goldman Sachs lead in H-1B visa applications, with Microsoft and Apple following. 82% of the Microsoft's H-1B applications are for entry or mid-level roles paid below market rates. Keyword, slavery. You feel me? Y'all really think that our ancestors were slaves on plantations? No, plantation, go look at the etymology of plantation. It says nothing about slave. It's an estate. Our people worked their land and got into contracts with these people, and they betrayed our people. You feel me? Companies aren't required to prove they couldn't find American workers before hiring H-1B visa holders. In other words, they're saying this. Back in the days, they had to prove, okay, that they could not find workers in the so-called American market before they could hire foreigners. Right now, they don't even have to do that. There's no vetting. Okay, we don't want American workers, period. We want foreigners, and not just any foreigners. I'm going to show you who they are. All right? Because we could pay them less than what we pay you. Like I told y'all before, the owners of the corporation don't give a damn what you look like. So think this is about the so-called YT and, oh, the YT don't like us. No, the so-called YT narrative was just another distraction. That's why a lot of them are stepping up right now, speaking out, because they enjoyed the fruits of the labor for so long. They didn't realize it was going to come all crashing down, because the slave masters don't care what you look like. All right? I know TikTok are going to find ways to try to, ban this video, but it's okay. I'm going to speak the truth. The issue is gaining political attention, but the mainstream media coverage remains limited. Why do you think so? Who do you think is in charge of immigration? Who do you think is in charge of ICE? Who do you think is in charge of Homeland Security? Who do you think is in charge of the courts? Well, let me tell you, they're the same demographics of people that own the basketball teams, the baseball teams, the NFL teams, all the major league teams. They own Hollywood. They own all the news media outlets. What do you think news stand for? North, East, West, and South. It's a greed that they have literally entrapped everybody in. But let me continue. Boom. On to the next. On to the next. So a lot of our sisters who think that they did not need men, now they're being fired, over 300,000 within the past month or two. And this is just the beginning. But my sisters, I'm not mad at you. You had to find a way to make do for you and the children, not realizing that you were part of a pawn. So I'm not mad at you. I'm here to welcome you back home. Get back on the grind. Get back together with your brothers. My brothers, get back with the sisters. It is time for us to come together and forgive each other from of the ills and the hurt that we have caused each other, whether it was systematic or intentional. Regardless of what it was, we got to learn to heal. That's part of the reparation. That's what reparation means, to repair, heal each other, love each other again. And that's what I stand for. You feel me? Let's go to the next one. Let me show you who are getting this H-1B visas by the millions. Why do you think the North Africans or the South Africans came here? Let's go. All right. Look, these people are the ones getting these visas. while they are getting rid of Jamaican and Haitians, making you think that they are actually illegal in their own land. How can you be illegal in your own ancestral land? No, you are illegal in the corporation because it's a private organization. Guess what? In there, right? Pew Research Center data indicates that roughly 73% of H/1B workers approved in fiscal year 2023 were born in India, according to Pew Research Center. This trend has been consistent for over a decade. They have been prepping you. That's why when you call all those companies and you hear customer service, what do you hear? Good afternoon, may I help you? East Indians. They were putting it into your subconscious mind. So now it becomes normalized. You don't realize you're at war, huh? Okay, let us rock. Next, it was China is in second place with 12% approval. Well, hold up. I thought China and the United States had beef. No, they're all corporate wars, but the people, they are all friends. You dig? Let us proceed. Who's next? While India, China dominate the numbers, other countries contribute to the H-1B pool, but their numbers are significantly small. We have Canada. Well, hold up, Chief. I thought Canada and the United States was beefing. No, they are not. It is all propaganda. It's all propaganda. Okay? It's worth noting that H-1B1 program, specifically Chile and Singapore, allowing for a limited number of specialty occupations workers from those countries. Even Chile and Singapore is getting a piece of the action because they could pay them less. Like I told y'all before, this is just the beginning. Watch it come true. It's already manifesting. Well, hold up. India is at 73%. Well, Chief, what are you saying? Well, let me show y'all something about New York City, the Empire State. Because if they take over the Empire State, guess what's going to happen? They take over the world. Mamdani was born in Kampala, Uganda, into an East Indian family to academic Mahmood Mamdani and filmmaker Mira Nair. Now, this is not an attack on the man. I don't know who he is. I'm just giving you the facts. Okay? He's the front runner for mayor in New York City right now, the Empire State, where all the trade happens around the world, the center of trading. That's why it's called the Empire State. Guess, let me show you what his mother looks like. And like I said, this is not an attack on him. All right? This is for educational purposes only. This is about love and education. Don't believe anything that I say. Okay? This is what his mother looks like. Who she reminds you of? Don't she remind you of Kamala Harris? Everybody was like, oh, well, those of you who voted for Trump, you see what's happening. You should have voted for Kamala. Really? It would have happened faster. They're all the same. Left wing, right wing, same bird. But y'all keep running to the polls every single year, voting for your demise, your destruction. You're paying for your own enslavement. So with that being said, my people, we continue to walk into this trap. These people are always 50 moves ahead. Here's the beauty about it. I am always 50 moves ahead of them because the ancestors always put me 50 moves ahead. I know what to do. I know how to restore my people. I know how to put things back in order. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. My email is always in the link below the videos. Whenever y'all ready, y'all know where to find me. We got to come together. We got to make this happen. This has nothing to do with illegal aliens. This ain't got nothing to do with Haitians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, or people from the Caribbean or different parts of the Americas. There's only one agenda. It's the owners of the corporation. It's about profit. They don't care what you look like. So they use everybody as a pawn that they could use. When they get ready and tired of you, then they get ready and tired of you, they get rid of you. It is really that simple. And people keep falling into the same trap over and over again because they keep buying them out. All right? I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out. My sisters, keep your head up. Come back home. All right? Let's do this. We got this. All right. And brothers, stay up, man. Let's protect our sisters. All right? We got to stop disrespecting them. They got to stop disrespecting us. We got to forgive each other. We got to heal. It's the only way we're going to make this happen as a collective. The entire Americas of original indigenous people need to come together and stand against these tyrants. Let us restore ourselves. I know how to do it.